Hi all, Stephen from Alcohol Free Lifestyle. I just want to talk about drinking stopping really. I drank because it took away anxiety. I felt quite good with it. Everyone else did it. Went along, followed the crowd I suppose, and had some good times. It sort of makes a lot of difference to your life, especially when you're young. If you don't drink when you're young, you're a bit of an outcast, I think, aren't you? So I just went along with the crowd, as I say. Had a good career in London, and most of us drank there. Eventually caught up with me, obviously. I've gone into quite a few details in other videos, but I want to talk about when you stop. What happens when you stop drinking? You can't just stop drinking. Because what you got to do is you got to fill that void with something. So you stop drinking, you lose your friends, because everyone else is drinking heavily. The people you used to sort of hang around with or go and see at the pub, they're all heavy drinkers as well, aren't they? You wouldn't be with them otherwise. They're the boozer. You lose all of those, and then you have this sudden void. What should I do tonight? Well, I can't go to the pub because I'll end up drinking. Most of the things you used to revolve around drink, socialising, somewhere else maybe. So you've got this huge void, and then you're going to maybe slip into relapse, and that's what I talk about a lot on here. Is the relapse is the most dangerous thing, because you think you're going to feel all right and be all right, and your body's going to repair, but every time you go back to it, it's much worse. Obviously, it gets worse as you get older, as your body gets more tired and can't deal with all the toxins, that sort of thing. So when you stop, you've got to fill that void with something. You've got to grow up a little bit, I think, and replace this immature mentality of, oh, let's go on the drink and have a good time and waste money and, jump in taxis and do this, that and the other. You've got to have a bit more of a mature vision, I think. That's the best way to put it. And replace that drinking time with something more positive. Whether it be a new hobby, an old hobby, some exercise, learn how to cook, get some classes under your belt, do something. Because if you just stop, you're going to go back to relapse. It's as simple as that. All the effort the doctors put in, all this, that and the other, to try and get you off, and the effort you put in yourself, it just collapses, doesn't it? As soon as you pick up that first drink, you're back on the bad road again, because the pub's still going to be there tomorrow. The pub will always be there for you. But if you want to create a new life for yourself, you've got to fill the void. If you've got any comments, please drop them in the comments box. And if you like the channel, please subscribe. In the meantime, there's an email address in my profile description. If you've got any questions, let me know, because I'd like to hear your comments on this. Because most people can stop, but what are they going to do next? And the do next is the big thing I'm going to give you some hints and tips on what to do next. Because the get sober part isn't too bad for a lot of people. It's staying sober, isn't it? After a day, after a week, after an hour. What should I do now? Because you're so used to being in the pub or with a glass of wine or whatever you drink or beer in your hand. I'll speak to you all soon.